This month we studied insects for the science labs, and we studied the black soldier fly, the ladybug, the antlion, and the crickets. Okay, in this part of the lab we studied ladybugs, and I ordered these ladybugs from Amazon. They are quite active. I kept them in the refrigerator until the lab, and I've actually kept ladybugs in my refrigerator for 6 months. Took them out and they started moving around and were active. So I told my students if they want to take some home and hold on to them until spring, all you need to do is keep them in the vegetable section of your refrigerator and then take them out in the spring, because ladybugs eat aphids, so they need to be released in the spring so they can find food. We learned about the body part of the ladybugs, head, thorax, abdomen. We learned that they have something covering their wings since they're a beetle. They have something called an elytra, and we got to see them fly in slow motion on a video. We learned about the complete metamorphosis of the ladybug, and we observed them in the bug jars and also under the microscope. Now the antlion table is kind of interesting. We have a path that one of the antlions made right there. They walked backwards. And we looked at some under the microscope, took pictures of them. And we learned about their anatomy. They have like a sucking mouth part. And so when an ant or an insect falls in one of their pits, they suck the blood out of them. Now in here, we looked for antlion cocoons. We were not able to find any, but I know they're in here. I just have to keep digging and looking. The cocoons look something like that. We learned about their life cycle and their cocoons. And the students got to take home an antlion in a cup with some sand, and they've got to put the antlion and hopefully keep it alive so it will form a cocoon. This is the black soldier fly table, and I still have one living adult fly. You can see her or him right there. And they have a 4-stage life cycle. So we got to see the adults, we got to see the larvae, and I taught them about the pre-pupa stage. I've got some in here where they turn like a blackish brown color when they get ready to pupate, and they get a hook on the tip of their body that allows them to hook their way down into the soil, where they burrow, and then about 10 days later out comes the adult fly. And black soldier flies are getting to be very popular with people who have chickens, reptiles, and in some countries they're even eating them. I have recipes online for them. And here we have an escaped convict. I gotta get rid of him before he crawls into my computer. Okay, now we're going to get to crickets. And in this part of the science lab, we learned about the difference between male and female crickets. And in here I've got a female cricket with her ovipositor and a male cricket. We learned what male cricket wings look like and how they make the chirping sound and why. We also discovered that they lay eggs in soil. And it takes about 11 days for the egg to hatch. Now if you look closely, you can see those little white specks there. Those are the eggs of the crickets. Female cricket will lay about 10 eggs a day, about 100 or more in her lifetime. Crickets have an incomplete metamorphosis, so they only have 3 steps to their process, and if you look closely you can see some immature nymph crickets that hatched out of the soil. When they first come out they're white, and then they get darker as they age.